Okay, probably the question is, what does the loss of Kaizer Chiefs mean? What does this loss mean? So, greetings everybody, welcome to Nevertheless Commentaries. My name is Sipondo Sipon Sport, your favorite Ang on the net, the black Italian himself. Pronto piacere, pronto buongiorno, pronto buonasera. Stellenbosch 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1. What does this loss mean? It was a great anticipation of this game. 36,000 fans showed up, a courtesy of Amakosi, because they always show up where it matters the most. Unfortunately, they witnessed a defeat at Cape Town, a Kapalotumo, but it wasn't that Kaizer Chiefs played a bad football. It wasn't that. I think it boiled down to the fact that Kaizer Chiefs got chances and they failed to actually execute on those chances. But speaking about the chances that were not executed, because you know that at least Mdu got in couple of chances where he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but you cannot blame Mdu with those situations, because we will be actually downplaying excellence. Sage Stevens. Sage Stevens is a very, very good goalkeeper, a well-experienced, a very good anticipator of the action as a goalkeeper. So we need to actually say Steven actually did perform well tonight to make sure that Stellenbosch actually grabbed a victory against the Kaizer Chiefs. Now, what does this loss mean for the Kaizer Chiefs? I know that they were the defending champions. They were supposed to actually defend this cup, Nedbank Cup, and I think that was actually going to give a bragging right to Wonke Amakosi, but unfortunately it did not happen. But what does the loss mean? Well, the loss means it will narrow their focus to just two competitions, because they were going to spread so thin with the Nedbank Cup, Confederations Cup, and also the Betway Premiership. They have a chance with Betway Premiership. As a football lover in South Africa, I see that they still have a chance with Betway Premiership, and also they are doing well with CAF Confederations Cup. With the two games that they are yet to play, I think if they win one of those games and at least draw one of them or win both, they have a chance to make it to the last 16. And I think their sole focus should be on Confederations Cup, but not forgetting also about the Betway Premiership, because now with Betway Premiership, they still have a chance. And should they do good with Betway Premiership, if it happens that they don't see it through with CAF Confederations Cup, they still have a chance to bounce back next season to the CAF Confederations Cup or to the CAF Champions League. So now the loss actually basically means it narrows their focus to just two competitions. So they still have a chance to grab a double should they do better with Betway Premiership. And I think they've been winning games back to back with 1-0. So they have this capability of scoring at least a goal per game. So what they need to do is actually reinforce their defense and structure it and reorganize it, and make sure that whenever they get that goal, they keep a clean sheet. And I think that will actually help them in a long run when we look at the Betway Premiership, not only with Betway Premiership, but also with CAF Confederations Cup. So the lose, basically, it doesn't mean it's all lost for Amakos, but it simply means focus is narrowing now to at least two competitions, which is the CAF Confederations Cup and also the Betway Premiership. Now, looking at the game itself, now Kaizer Chiefs, though I do not agree with the first lineup here, but there's nothing that you can do. It's what coach saw fit to actually select those players into this game. Probably there were a handful of other games that are playing, whether we CAF Confederations Cup and also the travel that consists of these games that they are playing, because the CAF Confederations Cup is played all over the continent of Africa. So maybe they were actually looking at that factor at the same time while they're approaching a game Stellenbosch, because we saw so many changes and there were so many names that there were a number of names that we weren't expecting to see on the first lineup, but they were there. Nevertheless, it happened. Amakosi supported the decision of coaches, but unfortunately, Kaizer Chiefs didn't actually use opportunities now in front of goal. Now, should at least one of the two opportunities with 1-on-1 with Steven, had he scored one of those opportunities, we would have been speaking a different ball game as far as the score as far as the game is concerned. But hard luck to Amakosi. You live to actually fight another day. You still have a Betway Premiership. You can fight for that and still win it. there are more chances the Chiefs can still win the Betway Premiership should they actually grind and focus to it. I know it's not going to be easy because also Pirates is doing the same things and also Sundowns is doing the same thing. But the fact that the Chiefs have to learn the Sundowns, the Pindela and the Pirates, that actually gives them a great opportunity to actually beat them and actually rise to the top of the Betway Premiership. And hopefully they maintain the position towards the end of the season and win the league. So it's not all lost, but it just means that everything now is narrowing down to just two competitions. We will see what the Kaizer Chiefs do, and I wish them all the best, especially with CAF Confederations Cup, because I wish one of the South African teams win one of these competitions, either a CAF Confederations Cup or a CAF Champions League. Now, looking at the Sundowns, is struggling. The Sundowns, the CAF Champions League, they are really, really struggling. I don't know what's happening with Coach Miguel Cardoso, but for the Kaizer Chiefs, it looks like they find their form when it comes to ECAF Confederations Cup. So both of these teams and also Stellenbosch is going to get knocked out anyways. So probably their focus will be on the Nedbank Cup and also trying and get away with relegation zone with Betway Premiership. But their focus, if they want any silverware, should be for the Stellenbosch should be in Nedbank Cup. But for Amakosi, had luck to Amakosi, it wasn't to be. I think they played a very beautiful football. And if you look at the fact that Stellenbosch approached us on the first 20 minutes, you could see that they were pressing Kaizer Chiefs high, forcing them to make mistake, trying by all means to deny them space and time on the ball, which actually resulted into them getting that penalty, and actually they scored it. And that screamer of a goal that was scored by Devin Titus, I think that was a beautiful goal, magnificent goal. I think it will contend for the competition. Beautiful, one of the beautiful goals with competition in the Nedbank Cup. Probably it can overlap to a league, we do not know, but there are some screamers with league. But it was a beautiful goal. There's nothing Peterson that was going to do. Peterson also had some incredible saves to make sure that his goal remained with 2-1. So both teams, I think both teams had actually a beautiful game, but unfortunately for the Kaizer Chiefs, it wasn't to be. So hard luck to Amakosi. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to smash the sub and tell us what you think about the game of Kaizer Chiefs. And sorry to everybody who we were streaming the game now. Unfortunately, my computer crashed. We couldn't finish the game, but Amakosi unfortunately lost. Sorry to Amakosi. Sorry to everybody. I love you all. From me to y'all, I'm saying a pronto piacere. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and actually share our content. I love you all. Mwah.